We're now going to work with some embossing paste, which is a texturizing medium, and we've already made this for you. It is a smooth embossing paste with a pearl finish. Now, this is a very consistent texturizing medium. You can make your own, of course, by using the fresco powders and doing very coarse to fine. But this here is totally consistent, and you can do a very large project or even move into several containers with having a very consistent look. What I'm going to do here is using one of our mandela stencils. And this is a piece of canvas that we've just recently painted. And you can do this technique on a wall or on a tabletop or on the front of a dresser or on a door, or even on fabric. If you have some curtains and you want to add this, you can actually add this, and it kind of looks like an embossed fabric. It's pretty cool. Anyhow, just showing you how simple it is. You place down on a very flat surface. Now, because this is canvas, we've secured the bottom to make sure that it's a nice flat surface. This is a great little tool to have. I've used one that's, this is almost 4 inches wide because the stencil is the size that it is. If it was smaller, of course, you'd use a smaller applicator. If it was larger, and they do come fairly large to do a wall, for instance, you'd want to use what the drywallers use, and it's about 8 inches long, and you can get those at Home Depot. Just taking a bit of the smooth embossing paste out of the container, and you start just along the side and pressing downwards. You just want to drag it across. Oops. Just like so. You want to get the pressure so that you're going down on your stencil as opposed to dragging it across too hard, because it can go underneath your stencil. So I'm holding it at about a 45-degree angle so that the pressure is going more downwards as opposed to across. This has a beautiful shimmer when it dries. You can feel as you're going across. You don't want to press too hard. You can actually do this with a little bit smaller of a spatula, even a credit card. You could do this. What you're actually leaving within the stencil is very little product. And it doesn't dry right away, so you do have some time. Now, I am going slow because I have made a few mistakes before. If you go too fast, it just smears underneath your stencil. If you're doing a wall, you would of course tape this to the wall, apply your paste, and then remove it. Okay, I think we're almost done there. Oops, missing a little bit on the side. Okay, ready for the reveal? Wow. Okay. I've got a little bit of a groove right there. I pushed a little too hard, but you can see that. Now it will dry, and being that it's raised, you can of course go on to multiple steps like glazing and all that kind of stuff, or if you painted another coat on top of it, you can come along and distress it a bit, and then all of that texture will just pop right through your next color. But for this, I just wanted to demonstrate how easy it is to use. You can also customize this. You'd want to put this into water right away just so it doesn't dry. And we'll get to that in a minute. But we can customize this by adding just a little bit of paint into the paste. And my little project from earlier, I'm just going to add a little bit of a detail up in the corner here. So what I have done is taped off all the rest of this stencil because I really only want to use this little cutesy little area. Have a couple of pieces of tape. Just lay your stencil down exactly where you want the embossing paste to go into. Putting it over the corner. Here I'm using tape just because it fits exactly right into this corner. And if it shifts at all, it's gonna go off of the door facing. So this is low tack tape, so it's not going to be ripping any previously painted finishes off. Now, just to show you how easy it mixes, I'm just gonna use the excess embossing paste from this project. So I won't need much. Okay, there's the embossing paste. And now we've got a little bit of paint. I'm going to be using that new Pantone of the year violet color. And why I'm using the violet color is it's perfect for my lavender decoupage. Matches perfectly, who knew? This wasn't even planned. Anyhow, just really a couple of drops of paint onto your embossing paste, and you just mix it through like that. Now you're not going to have as much of a pearl showing through because now we've introduced paint into the medium. But that's okay. Okay, I'm happy with that mixture. And it's going to dry a bit darker, of course, which is going to be matching my little lavender perfectly. So again, just about a 45-degree angle. Just lightly apply it and go across, just like so. If you add too much paint, you will thin out the paste a bit too much. So you'll just have to introduce more paste to it because you want it to still have some thickness to it. Okay, there we go. And I'll lift that off. Let's see. Ta-da! Oops. A little bit of a smudge off to the side here. I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna try to fix that, but what I will do is maybe in about 20 minutes with a Q-tip, I'm just gonna take that off of the edge, but otherwise it's gonna dry to be a nice purple. And so after this dries, I think I'm going to put a nice little glazing effect on here, and we're done. I hope this has given you some ideas on how you can use embossing paste around your home.